At the beginning of the movie, we see a rich family who has a 9-month-old baby named Baby Bink. Baby Bink is with his caretaker, who is reading a book to him. The book is called Baby's Day Out. It tells the story of a little boy who goes on a world tour with his caretaker and has a lot of fun. Baby Bink really enjoys listening to this story. At the same time, we see Baby Bink's parents, Bennington and Lauren, reading the newspaper and talking to each other. The parents plan a photo shoot for their baby and call some photographers. They dress up Baby Bink and wait for the photographers to arrive. But before the real photographers can come, 3 men stop them on the way. These 3 men go to Baby Bink's house pretending to be photographers. Actually, they are kidnappers who want to kidnap Baby Bink and ask for money later. Their names are Eddie, Norby, and Vico. Eddie is the leader and a little smart, but the other 2 are very foolish. They act like real photographers and wait for Baby Bink. When the parents bring the baby for the photo shoot, the fake photographers tell Mrs. Cotwell that they need to be alone with the baby for a while so he can feel comfortable with them. This will help them take better photos. Hearing this, Baby Bink's parents leave the room and let the baby stay with them. The kidnappers use this chance to run away with Baby Bink through the window. A little later, when the parents come back, they find no one there, just a note. The note says, "Don't tell the police or else your baby is with us." But the parents are very rich and Baby Bink is their only child, so they immediately call the police. Soon, the kidnappers send a letter to Bennington asking for a ransom of $1 million. Meanwhile, the police come to the house and start investigating. Lauren, Baby Bink's mother, wants to go out and look for her baby herself, but the police stop her and say, "Stay calm and let us do our job. Just answer a few questions." On the other side, the 3 kidnappers are sitting in their small hideout, which is inside a clock tower. Eddie tells Norby to change the baby's clothes and put him to sleep, but Norby changes the clothes and falls asleep himself. Baby Bink then starts reading his favorite book. Just then, he sees a pigeon near the window. The pigeon Baby Bink sees at the window looks just like the one in his favorite book, so he tries to catch it and climbs out of the window to the rooftop. From there, Baby Bink looks down through a broken window and sees Eddie and Vico sitting inside. When they see him on the roof, they quickly run outside. But by then, Baby Bink is already crawling across a wooden plank to another building while following the pigeon. Eddie runs after him, but the plank moves because of Baby Bink's weight and hits Eddie in the face. Vico gets angry and throws the plank away, showing how foolish they are. Then they see Baby Bink has already gone to the other building, so they try to jump there too. Poor Eddie misses the jump and falls straight into a trash can from the 10th floor. Meanwhile, Baby Bink enters a woman's house through the window and sits near the door. The doorbell rings, and the woman wakes up and opens the door. As soon as she opens it, Baby Bink crawls outside, but she doesn't notice him. Baby Bink then crawls into the elevator and goes down. He comes out of the building and passes right by the kidnappers, but they don't see him because they are busy looking for Eddie. Then Baby Bink sees a bus that looks just like the one in his storybook, so he climbs onto it. Eddie wakes up and sees Baby Bink on the bus. The kidnappers quickly get into their van and start chasing it. Inside the bus, a woman puts her big bag next to Baby Bink. He looks inside the bag, but the bus suddenly stops and Baby Bink falls into the bag. The woman picks up her bag without noticing and gets off the bus, taking Baby Bink with her. Norby asks the bus driver if he has seen a small baby, but the driver says no and drives away. However, the driver informs the police that someone was looking for a baby. Since Mr. and Mrs. Cotwell are very rich, the news of their baby's kidnapping has already spread all over the city. Then Vico spots Baby Bink inside the woman's bag. The 3 kidnappers quietly start following her. The woman notices that the 3 men are following her, so she turns around and beats them up. Meanwhile, Baby Bink crawls out of her bag and enters a shopping mall. In the mall, one of the employees sees him and places him in the kids' play area where other babies are playing. It's a special place where parents leave their babies to play while they go shopping. After some time, a woman comes to pick up her baby, and Baby Bink sees a juice bottle in her baby's stroller. He picks it up to drink and then lies down in the stroller. Without realizing it, the woman takes the stroller with Baby Bink inside and leaves the mall. Outside, a news reporter is recording a live report about the missing baby, and this news is being watched by Lauren and the 3 kidnappers. Just then, Baby Bink crawls between the reporter's legs and her mic falls. The camera turns towards the baby, but Lauren looks away at that exact moment and misses seeing her child on TV. However, the kidnappers see Baby Bink on the screen and quickly run to the location. But before they arrive, Baby Bink sees a taxi that looks just like the one from his favorite storybook. Excited, he crawls into the taxi. The kidnappers see him getting into the taxi and start chasing it. The taxi stops near a zoo and drops off a passenger. Baby Bink also gets out and moves toward the zoo. now baby Bink crawling across a busy road on his knees. The kidnappers reach the spot and see baby Bink crossing the road, but they can't cross quickly and the baby disappears from their sight. They find his hand and foot marks in the mud. Following the marks, they reach a gorilla's cage and are shocked to see baby Bink playing happily with a huge gorilla. Then, Vico slowly tries to pull baby Bink toward him, but baby Bink starts crying loudly. When the gorilla sees baby Bink crying, he gets angry and hits Vico's hand very hard. It turns out that the gorilla and baby Bink have become good friends. Next, Norby tries to pick up the baby using a broom, but the gorilla comes again and hits the broom so hard that Norby flies into the air. A little later, both the gorilla and baby Bink fall asleep. Eddie sees this as a chance to rescue the baby. He quietly goes to the cage and tries to take baby Bink out, but just then, the gorilla wakes up and throws Eddie far away. Meanwhile, baby Bink crawls out of the cage from the other side and goes to a nearby park. The three kidnappers follow him and finally catch him in the park, but just then, the police arrive. Eddie quickly hides baby Bink under his coat and pretends nothing is wrong. The police ask them to move their van from the road. While Eddie is pretending to be normal, baby Bink finds Eddie's lighter in his coat pocket and accidentally lights it. Eddie's pants catch on fire, but he can't scream because the police are standing right there. As soon as the police walk away, Eddie stands up and his pants are on fire. Baby Bink uses the chance to crawl away again. The kidnappers panic when they can't find the baby. Baby Bink, meanwhile, reaches a construction site. There, he sees a man eating a donut and crawls toward it. The man puts his donut on a board and goes back to work. Baby Bink climbs onto the board to eat the donut, but suddenly, a crane picks up the board and starts lifting it into the air with baby Bink on it. The three kidnappers wait for the board plank to reach their floor. As soon as it comes, they push Vico onto it. Because of his weight, the board tilts and baby Bink starts sliding toward them. But just then, an elevator comes between them and baby Bink falls onto its roof. The elevator goes down one floor, stops, and baby Bink gets off and crawls into the building. From here, the kidnappers' bad luck begins. Poor Vico is left hanging from the board. When Norby tries to help him, he also ends up hanging. Then Norby falls into a pile of wet cement, and Vico falls into a garbage heap. Eddie sees baby Bink and runs to catch him, but baby Bink crawls ahead. Eddie slips because of baby Bink's saliva and falls. When he gets up, his hand presses a button, and some sticky stuff falls on him. Meanwhile, baby Bink sits on another crane, which starts lowering him from the building. Eddie tries to follow, but ends up hanging from a crane hook. Just then, the workers finish their shift, turn off the machines, and leave. Poor Eddie is left hanging all alone to baby Bink's home. The police arrive and tell his parents all the places he has been seen today: on a bus, in a taxi, at the zoo, and in a park. The babysitter hears this and realizes it matches the story from the Baby's Day Out book. She tells everyone that baby Bink must be following the places from the book. She guesses that the next place must be the army officer's house, just like in the story. So the parents and police go to the army officer's home, and they really find baby Bink sitting with some retired army men who are singing to him. His parents take baby Bink home. On the way, baby Bink sees the clock tower and says the name of his book. The babysitter realizes the book might be at the clock tower, and maybe the kidnappers too. The police rush to the clock tower where the three kidnappers are resting. They hear the baby's voice, look outside, and see the police waiting for them. Baby Bink returns home safely with his book, and that's how the movie ends. I hope today's movie reminded you of your childhood. Tell me in the comments how you like this film and my explanation. I'll see you again with another fun movie recap.